Hello and welcome to Geek at Play Studio tutorial. In this tutorial we continue exploring lighting inside the room. And one thing what I want to look today, it is different type of glowing or illuminated objects. So I want to see what is difference will be between area lighting or just glowing or just luminosity on objects. Which one provide us better quality? So let's explore this slightly. And one thing, if you remember before, we created totally dark black scene. So I want to do this one as well again. And after when we done this, I recommend save this sky maybe settings like a pitch black or how you name it. So next time when we start using, we'll just load it. So let's repeat right now. We'll go to atmosphere editor, sun, and we'll be sure we took this one all the way down to 0. We'll go to light. We'll go to overall sky, edit color, and we'll put this to the black. Okay, let's move to the sky in this case. Let's go to the sky for case and we'll just drop all the way these ones to the 0. So you can see it's already black on the screen. We'll take our sun and we'll go all the way, put it down on the ground. So here, if we preview right now, it will give it us pitch black. So let's go right now to atmosphere and we'll click to save atmosphere. And I'll call this black. In this case, next time when I want to use this one, I'll just load it this atmosphere. So we'll select our camera now and move slightly above, unlock the height just in case, and tilt down. All I want to see is object just below camera right here. Let's go create one sphere. We'll scale it a bit down, drop on the ground, hold down Alt button, click and drag so we can duplicate it. Select several objects. All what I want to do it is create few objects around our main. So when we start rendering, we can see what is the effect of illumination will give it to us. So we'll call this main object. Also, let's go to copy paste. And just click on icon, you see it's cross, it won't be rendered, but I want to create this object and place here. When we start working with some like area lighting, we cannot reverse back, so by creating double, it will help us to use same position for different object. Now we have it main, and let's go ahead and do simple things. So first we'll go load it just white plastic and one white color for this with no other settings. Right click and we'll go ahead and convert to the area light. So we have a preview quality. We'll switch to the final for the least better look. Okay, and let's click on render. It's actually performed not bad. A couple things I only don't like with this kind of look area light. One, you notice we have it quite a bit grain, quite a bit noise going around. And an object by itself, it doesn't perform any depth or doesn't give it any 3D look. So it's just plain white circle. We can work on a grain to remove it. And to do this, we can couple of ways. One of them, it's increase our quality, going like to ultra quality. This is one way. And also other ways, we can go ahead, right click, actually edit. We don't want lenses, but what we want to do, we'll go to the shadows and we'll go to edit our softness quality. So in that case, we'll go to the custom and we'll just start pop up the maximum, maybe go about 500, and minimum maybe just pop up minimum as well to 20. Okay, also quality 200. This will increase quite a bit of the render time but again, that will be make a much better quality of looking. So let's go also, if you want it, you can use the soft shadows, use shadow map, and we'll just says on after size. Let's go click OK and we'll render this image. This will take a little bit time, so I'll go to pause right now and come back when it's finished render. Okay, here's our final image, and it took about 2 minutes to render. And you can notice with these settings we almost get rid of all this grayness. We have it just slightly left, but we can increase quality even more. Let's look a nice and smooth image with the area light. And this will increase time of the render, but it's give it much cleaner and nice look. So let's look on another ways. Right now we'll just disable this light and we'll re-enable our other object which hide before. So let's go just switch this as well to the white material. Right click, and we'll go to edit material option. We'll go now to effect tab, and right here what I want to do is increase luminosity. Okay, one thing what has happened when we let's just increase and click render. You will notice it doesn't affecting, and reason is why we need to go to atmosphere editor, and we need switch light to the global radiosity. Without this, it's just calculating overall grayscale. So if we have it here, it's global ambience, it's one calculated whole. It's actually very nice to preview what is different between ambient occlusion, global luminosity, and global radiosity. Global radiosity will also provide the best result because it actually will calculate how the particle reflecting toward the camera. So let's say just default settings for this. We'll go to switch back to preview. So one for the faster render, click OK, and let's render image. Okay, right now you can notice with the preview quality we have a very horrible effect. So let's go ahead and switch to the final, and you can notice the final already increased significantly. The quality, we can see it again, it's still a little bit blurry, and we can work around with the settings for this. So what are we going to do? Let's go inside. We can again increase to the ultra quality, and that one you will see it increase amount of the sampling it was provided for the lighting, which is give it a little bit sharper, smoother look. And another ways to do it, just we go back to luminosity tab, and we'll decrease maybe to 2018 around this quality. So it will be less luminosity going from the object, less rays, and this will pop up quality. But here is become a little bit balancing need to be done. You can see the object is totally kind of blend around it. Again, it doesn't have this presentation, some translucent or other things. So what I like to do, let's go ahead, copy this object, we disable. I like to actually combine several objects at one. So let's select the just glass for this one. It will be ours around. We'll go ahead and select light, okay, and we put it inside our glass. Inside. Also, we'll go to our material for the glass, edit. We'll go to the transparency and just slightly decrease transparency and increase fade out. Of course, if for the fade out, we can make maybe a Milky Way, and combining those two options between of them will give it us nicer look around. Again, we can change the color from the blue to red or yellow, whatever you like it. And on this case, if we're combining these two, you can see we still have it kind of almost look like 3D-ish, already have a little bit better shape for our orb, so it's more look like it's producing light. Let's combine a couple more things to this. One, will go to effect, we increase glowing material, we'll just slightly decrease radius. So I want just barely glowing around. Okay, transparency, we'll go edit color. For now let's just switch with different ones. Okay, so we can click and preview. You can notice. Okay, our gas says 1 point, so we can probably drop a little bit down to 1.2. To produce a little bit nicer borders. Okay, again, in this case, you kind of start experimenting with the settings and see which one will apply better to preview your 3D kind of object. And other things, and light, when we select, I want to enable the lens flare. This will provide us kind of looking softer distribution. This way, we'll go to shadow. Let's enable soft shadows of the size. Okay, click OK now. And let's preview our image. Okay, and here we have our glowing object. We maybe want to work a little bit more on the glowing options and maybe lens flare. But in this case, we already can see it's have a little bit more life to this object. So by modifying additional settings, maybe decreasing power of our light, and also go inside it, and let's disable right now glowing. Okay. Again, modifying this. If you want, you can just slightly bring luminosity, so we have it better glowing just under. Okay, but in this case, you can see we have a more distinguished 3D shape for our sphere. We also don't have this darkness under our orb that was produced before, which kind of make it realistic. This is more blended with link bond. And this is a nicer way to represent your 3D kind of looking object. Again, anytime when you want it, you can go ahead and increase overall lighting inside your scenery, and do this. We'll go to atmosphere, and by modifying overall sky color, you can affect how the overall ambient lights will affect the scenery. Okay, and this is all for this tutorial about different objects, luminosity and lightings. And thank you for watching this tutorial from Geek at Play Studio. Please visit us on our web is www.geekatplay.com.